order, 6:05. All right, we have no public, except for your son, unless he wants to talk. Does he want to talk?
Don't offer.
March 5th meetings, minutes for approval.
Second?
Yeah.
Motion?
Motion.
Yeah, what do we say?
We're so bad at
Motion
this.
to approve?
Motion to approve and somebody has to second it. All right. Updates from the last meeting. The articles went out, right? Alyssa, you sent the one to Woodbridge Town News. Did you ever check? Was
I
it
did
published?
not check to
When
see
I
if it
checked
was
one of
on.
the times, it wasn't. But we are also, just so you know, Jenna from the library, we're in the patch. She took the email, the newsletter that we sent out, and your article, Frankenstein them together in a lovely way, I thought.
I thought it sounded good too.
And put it in the patch.
Okay.
She also, the PACE people, do you remember PACE that came to talk to us a while ago? They're the people that, they're the big spreadsheets of what all energy usage in Woodbridge.
I don't remember
that,
that.
a long time ago. We were in the other, it was a year ago at least. We were in the other room and they did the presentation on the wall.
Oh, I wasn't there that night.
Okay.
I remember being upset about that.
It was good. You missed it. So anyway, they have some events calendar or something like that, so they asked me for stuff, so I just gave them everything, so it's on there, and then and Jenna submitted it to that officially, so that's good.
No Werther's.
What?
There's no Werther's.
That's it. Cancel the meeting.
She knew we were coming, she hid them.
Probably. So anyway, so that's all the news articles are out, but I think we should technically the one you put out before was for March still.
And I'm gonna do one for April.
Right, so then we'll do it more for April.
I'll probably write it
you know.
Sunday, just to be honest.
Hopefully though, by then he'll have published the other one.
Yeah, I'm gonna check right now.
I
Did
didn't
you check
see
recently?
anything. Is it on Woodbridge Town News?
Yeah.
Should
Yeah,
be.
it's, what was
there.
the article?
It was basically the one that went to
Just
pass.
whatever I do is I look up Woodbridge Sustainability or Earth Day or something like that, and it's usually right there if it does publish it.
I mean,
if it
I've
doesn't,
been
it's definitely not there.
scrolling and scrolling.
Okay, that's not.
Also,
Reassuring.
this Woodbridge Town News does not get out anymore because I didn't even know this existed.
Yes,
Yeah.
I know. I bet we're some of the few that are reading it, trying to find our articles. So, hi.
I wonder if I can post the article on the mom's page. A really long post.
What's gonna happen? Somebody's gonna get rid of it. I mean, we used to do it for the other ones for Woodbridge Watch or something. Do it. Who cares?
Yeah, okay.
Again.
But I was talking to Hillary, we should be writing a variety of different just spiking out things. Because the flyer becomes wallpaper, so many people
Yeah.
oh, it's that, and I don't care. Or, oh, it's that, I'm going.
Well, I think we also need to make now that we have the food trucks, now that we have the performers, we need to make specific flyers for those things, That's
Right,
what we did
but
last time, too.
also for,
People like pictures.
just one that goes out that there's a tag sale. Just one that
Yeah.
goes out that there's a farmer's market. Just one that says this band, not all the bands, this band at this time, and another one that says this band at this time. There can be ones that have everything, but you need ones that don't have everything to hit those
Yeah,
people.
I want to do one for Red Letter, and
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
and
So you
yeah,
catch the
box.
person, tag sale where? Oh, farmer's market where?
Right. I did also put the tag sale thing on the Facebook Woodbridge Bethany Orange tag sale group. I've listed it as an event so that people can
Great.
sign up or.
Woodbridge,
I'm calling all performers.
When I searched it, it only came up with the 2024 article. Wait, calling all performers.
There's that.
How did only that get?
But I had to click through,
I just did the search at the
And this
top.
is
How did
what?
that?
What are you
That
at?
was Woodbridge Town News.
It's
How did that even
Woodbridge
get
Town
there?
News.
Well, this is from last year.
No, but the calling all performers. How did calling all performers get there? Did they pick one of the random things of the whole? Oh my goodness. Oh, whatever. It is
Yeah,
what it
I
is.
mean, there's really nothing on.
Don't worry, no one is reading it anyway. So
No.
That's
This doesn't
okay.
February
exist.
19th.
Yeah.
That's the only
Right.
thing.
Right.
And I submitted mine after that. But I'm going to submit it again right now, so who cares?
Yeah,
Whatever.
yeah.
I'll do the other one in another week.
So can everybody, if you had things, if you're the person for the, Stephanie for the farmer's market, could we actually ask them to make things since they knew who the farms were, but can you work with Christina once we actually talk to her again about the flyer and if you need to make it or if she needs to make it so that we can start doing that. So and tons. So then you're on the performers and the food trucks. Alyssa walks, Rid Litter. BJ, your tag said, but it already exists, so you would. You really got off easy. Lana, you're on the website. You're already doing. So, Atul, you can pick something else if you want.
See, that's nice.
Is this for the Earth Day? Are you
Was
talking about
it-
Yes,
Earth
yeah, for Earth Day, for different
That
promos.
catches a
I've
certain
been
person's
in
eye.
Germany.
No, you don't. It
And
doesn't
then
matter about
you're
being.
like,
It's
oh,
promoting
what
ahead
else
of
is
time.
there?
Oh,
Like we need
okay.
like flyers and stuff
So if
made
you
for the
see a
different
tag
parks.
sale, if you
So
see,
if you want to
you
help
know,
anybody who
various
has a
different types of
That
particular,
means that you're
you know,
interested in.
a lot
yeah,
of them
and
to
then
make
you
that.
happy to
see
do
the
it.
other
Can
things
we have it?
too, but
Okay.
If you go to the woodbridgeearthday.org, all the flyers are there.
So it's just like electronic distribution of the flyers?
That's true. Yes. Yeah. If you want to post it on your Facebook, or you do have Facebook, I know you do. So you can post it that way. You can post it in community groups. We can make, but again, like we don't necessarily have to do the ones that are already out there. Like if we want to make new ones for the different things, like how Lana just made the EV car show one to promote that. So
Do we have any high schooler on our roster, like, you know?
no, we're
Who
still
can
working on
tag
getting
it?
that. No.
Otherwise, those kids can put it up like their TikTok or whatever they use, which can
Those
make it go really
kids
viral.
today.
They know the best.
No, I
how
was
to-
hoping Daniel was going to be here today to get those wily kids. Alas, we're missing our high school connection. So, all right, that's that. BJ, update for the, no, that I feel like we're update. Oh, but yeah, do tell us. Are we really close?
we need, when I
I'm gonna
deposit
bring
what's
it
in my car,
Okay.
we need probably 95 more pounds, but we have
Okay, I have a bag. that I'm
7
bringing
days
school
to
tomorrow.
do it in.
Oh, we only.
Please don't put in chip bags and crinkly things because I'm tired of pulling them
I'm just
out.
gonna put like a squeak toy in there just to like mess with you.
Just to annoy me?
Sound. Yeah.
I don't want a coffee cup, I don't want food containers.
Are we gonna try to extend it?
7, I don't want to extend
Will
it.
it go over
Okay.
parent-teacher conference days, because we could blast
That's
out
true, it will.
parents to bring
Yeah.
it in for
'Cause
parent-teacher conference days.
That I do find is a thing, cause like
Yeah,
a lot of times the bags I have they're too big to send in with the kids, and
Yeah.
then or at least my children. Maybe other children can handle that, but mine
no,
can't.
my kids.
And so then I'm like, when can I get there? So,
So
that
when
is
does
like
it
the
end?
parent teacher conference could be a very, very good thing.
When does it?
Next
when's-
week.
When's the last day?
My deadline?
The
The
10 already passed.
The 10th.
Okay.
So after the 10th, we're not recycling.
Well,
plastic
so
anymore?
then we will have to talk about that, cause I'm sure Lisa will wanna do it again, but I said to her, I can't be the only one doing it.
Mhm.
It's too much. I'm already there till like 6 every day, so I'm gathering like, as I'm walking back from dropping kids off at specials and I'm trying to clean it and get it ready so that I can finish that on my next trip by, so that I can grab it on my way out the door, which leaves me with 0, like I have no break time, I end up with 10 minutes of lunch, and I'm tired. And that's a lot of lugging and taking pictures and loading, so we need a different system for next year.
For what it's
Anyone
worth,
else got
Bethany
ideas?
started too, so if we're not gonna do it, we could probably send our stuff up to them after this.
Send it how?
Via you.
That's the issue.
No, but
So like
we can tell
Orange does
people.
it because their sustainability committee grabs it and brings it to Home Depot, but you could walk it, it's like here to Center Gym, that's transfer station to Home Depot. So, you know, not such a big deal, you're going to the transfer station anyway, I'll swing in, drop it off. But we're lugging it from Beecher, gotta make a trip all the way to Stop and Shop.
Mm.
You know, it's like, it's not on the way to anything, and Bethany's farther.
No, I'm saying we direct people to take it to Bethany,
I
not.
don't think they can.
I feel like I'd rather go
You
to
can't
Stop
get
and
into
Shop.
the,
Yeah.
yeah, just bring it to Stop and Shop and call it a
Yeah.
day.
Why you go to Bethany, why you go to Stop and Shop?
They get the bench. They're trying to get the bench too.
I know, but
Why were
I
you on the
never go
bench?
to Bethany. I
Yeah,
never go to
but
Bethany.
if that's
Oh,
a
you're
lot of
right.
work,
I support other people in their bench needs.
but it's work and gas and
Yeah.
yeah, that defeats the,
I get it.
You pick up everything at Beecher and drop it off at Stop and Shop?
Yes, and she sorts through it too, and takes out the
The plastic
crappy-
stuff, right?
The bad
the
stuff.
bad.
the bad stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, the
Hundreds,
bad stuff.
hundreds of pounds, right?
Well, yeah, I've done 905 pounds, give or take a pound.
If they get 1,000
So you
pounds, they
get
get
good
benched.
stuff at Beecher. and-
No.
I bring
No.
the good stuff to Stop and Shop.
That's where it all goes. That's where the end
Oh.
destination is Stop
Okay,
and Shop.
but then, how do you, okay, so,
I weigh it,
okay,
I bring it to Stop and Shop and drop it off, I take a picture, then I go home and I log into Trex, and I upload the picture, and I tell them how much it weighs,
oh,
and then I do it all again in 3 days.
I have been dumping everything at Stop and Shop without
Oh,
taking
no!
Oh, no,
without
it has to
taking
go
the
to us.
Beecher stop.
Yeah,
And then I could have taken the pictures of.
could've taken the Beecher stop and then we'd be out.
And then I just
all
send
your
it to you.
fault, Atul.
But that's okay, it's all going to the same place and it's all getting
I
recycled, which
must
was our
have-
thing, if we
we don't
don't get
have
it, we
them.
still
Last I dumped
recycle.
out.
A lot of
It's my
plastic.
fault. I'm gonna sit there. People
Yeah,
can sit on
yeah,
this.
yeah.
And a lot of
You-
people
now you
now
have to get
know.
us a bench.
And that's the good thing, is a lot of people are doing it now and know,
Yeah.
and it's wonderful. We just need to now talk, not today, we gotta go back to this.
Yeah, we gotta.
But we gotta talk
move
about a
on.
system going forward.
Okay.
Yeah, people are giving me, like, at
Intended.
work, we'll just be like, here's a Ziploc bag.
Thanks.
Taking them.
No, so, again, I'm thinking forward for the next academic year if we want to do the similar thing. So, these Boy Scouts and all that, they periodically stop to pick up like pantry items and that kind of stuff. Something like that, if system we can make it rolling, if we pair up with them and, people put stuff outside their driveway and the Boy Scout folks just go on our behalf and pick it up or something like that.
It's very
And-
difficult to get
yeah.
other groups to agree and follow through with
And-
stuff. I'm just gonna throw that out there.
It's easy
And it's
enough for,
once a
you've got a
year they
lot
do
that
it.
go to Beecher that can just drop it off. Be nice to get it going at the high school, and then it's a little conflict with Bethany, but, I don't care who does it. If Bethany wants to go pick it up at the high school, great.
Yeah, we need some high schoolers involved in this whole setup,
Yeah,
which.
but that will be after Earth Day. Because we missed several months this year without anybody knowing about it and how to do it. So I don't think we'll have a problem at all. We can probably get 2,000 pounds next year, because now people are bringing it in. Which also means a lot more work, so we need a system. But, alright, what
Okay,
else though?
Instagram.
Instagram.
Sherman.
Totally forgot, but I'll just tell it right now.
Okay. And Jeannie and the BRS Morning News.
So, who wants to be on the BRS Morning News? I don't have the time.
Who else would be on it? Like, you think like an adult would go on it, or like kids would, or
And whatever an adult can do it, kids can do
what
it.
about
Let them do it.
I mean, the smart way to do it
You
is
come to a meeting.
me,
Do you
because I
actually
know what it
announce it?
is and I'm there. I don't have the time.
But what about student council or something like that?
Alright, who has the time to talk to them, to tell them what they have to do, to say it on the news? Honestly, the easiest way is we invite someone, and introduce the kids that the news will say,
They'll, like,
this
interview
is
us.
so-and-so from the PTO or from Beecher's Green Team, who wants to tell you about Earth Day. I thought I'd have the time to do it, I don't have the time.
Okay. Does anybody else want to do this, or do we feel that this is actually like a good use of time too? Because like we're telling kids, whereas like
They
it's a
can't
different thing
determine
like
what they're
telling the
doing.
high school students, because they can actually have some.
Although
Yeah.
I will tell you, it's the kids who go home, well, where do you think all that plastic is coming from? It's not because the
Can we
parents
do-
heard about it, it's because the kids went home and said,
Right, but it took that long for
Can
that
we
to happen
submit
though,
like
too.
a pre-recorded thing, like how, like I'm just thinking from a virtual teaching, like Screencastify, like, hey, you guys wanna come to Earth Day, like blah blah blah, like these are all the things we're gonna have. And like they can just play it, will they clip it in, like how, I don't know how sophisticated their program is.
they can technically do anything, but that's not what the platform is usually used for.
Not like,
They tend to interview and do like a little news, it's for the kids, cause they don't actually splice it all together.
Oh, it's all live.
The tech teachers splice it all together.
okay,
The kids do all the writing of the script, interviewing of whoever they're interviewing, delivering all the information, they film it, they do all that, and then unless things change, the tech
Do
teachers.
they do it during the school
put
day?
it- Yeah, I think.
I'm just thinking, cause like I'm free, I could go to school by 2:15. I could get there by like 2:15, 2:30, and if I could get a half an hour from 2:30 to 3, I could do something with them. But it would have to be like that specific time
They would just
slot.
interview you, so I could ask if
Yeah,
I get someone from Green Team, can you just interview them
yeah, for like
2:30 to 3?
yeah 2:30.
And I'm sorry, I
I get it. I get
Yeah,
it.
no, no.
we've got,
Lana and I figured out I forgot 3 things on the way in, so.
we did not
That's
have
only the ones
student
we figured
workshops.
out.
Yeah, exactly.
We
I don't
played
even know the
a
one I
movie because I
forgot.
was the only mag adult there, like
Your CDs.
Gerber went home, James was out sick, and Chris got stuck in a
right,
meeting,
right.
and I'm like,
Yeah.
you can't, like, stay, we'll do something in this room. So, had all 80 kids in there,
Oh God.
yeah, so
That sounds
it's,
terrible.
I'm just really strapped right now. Alright, I will ask her right now.
I would
And
say too, if
Instagram
it
is
doesn't
fine.
work out, then don't worry about it too much. Because again, I think hitting them once with that is not enough. You know, like it's just like putting like one flyer on Facebook one time. Like it's not. We've got to
Well,
hit people multiple times.
Got
and
it and
whatever.
entice them.
Is it Jeannie that does it?
Instagram, are we doing exactly, she'll do whatever we want, are we doing exactly what we did last year, cause then I'll just tell her, post this on Instagram, I didn't because I thought we were talking about it here. Like, are we doing it exactly like last year, just, cause then you had said, well, not that many people actually,
Right. I mean, what was it last year? The pledge. You held
Was
up
it
the.
pledge? Yeah, but nothing went on Instagram. He just.
You just sent it to Sherman, and that was that.
Yeah.
And then somebody got picked. For
Eli
what?
got picked.
Yeah, but what was the prize?
she never put it on
It was,
Instagram?
I never saw it on Instagram, and I was looking for it, because Eli and I sent a picture. The prize was a picnic with Annalisa and one friend,
Okay.
lunch.
Okay.
So he was excited about it,
Mm.
but he
So
won.
that can happen again. If-
Yeah, I think the same exact layout is fine.
Yeah.
It never got on Instagram.
If it makes it on Instagram,
Well,
great. If
but
it doesn't,
hold
it
on, and
doesn't.
So
gave
last
permission.
time it was,
We had to email her with a permission.
right, but
And I gave her permission for Eli, but
so nobody has access to posting on Instagram, just she does?
I have no idea.
That would probably make sense. There's usually only
Right
one
for a
person
school account like
per
that.
school account. Like our school only has one person.
Alright.
We have to send it to
She's
everyone.
not gonna have time to post on Instagram, I know that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you that right now.
Yeah, it didn't happen last year.
Yeah, so,
Which is fine.
well, but then
But
that
there were-
defeats the whole,
The whole-
why is it an Instagram thing? We can still have it as a pledge thing,
Raffle.
but if it's, it could certainly, tech would probably just take those and at least run them in the, you know, in front of
They should do
technology, run those
something.
pictures.
Oh, on those. That would be
Which
nice.
would be,
And I like it better within the school versus
yeah,
like,
which is better than Instagram
Yeah.
anyway.
Yeah.
So want me to see if we can switch to that?
Sure.
Same pledge.
Yep.
Same thing, we have it somewhere in our notes from last year, right?
I don't, because I didn't do that at all. That's why I have no idea about it.
The
Like what.
blurb of it?
I have it in my history. I
Alright,
can send it.
send it to
you.
me and then I'll,
And you know what? Include that when in the interview too. Like push that too, Alyssa. Okay.
If she's
Sorry.
doing it.
I mean, yeah. If they can give me a time slot that works. I can
Yeah, if you're doing it,
run
if,
over
we have
there.
that now.
if it's all in
cause
interviews,
then
like,
I'll
push that, 'cause
have,
again,
I'll talk to tech separate, I'll just do that tomorrow personally. Cause that's nothing for them to just upload those pictures, Lisa just has to give them the
And
pictures.
ideally, that interview would happen the Monday that week before, right? Like that week before Earth Day, because kids have a short-term memory. We can't like. do
Well, it can't be
It
2
was
weeks
the-
before because it's spring break.
It was the week of Earth Day.
Okay.
Yeah,
it would
we
have
should
to be
do
like the
that
21st.
interview on the news for that week. I don't know how far in advance they have to
Okay,
plan
Right.
or
With,
interview.
well, we only have
But
next
sh-
week, and then it's spring break, and then
Exactly.
it's the week before.
I'm saying they should run that week because if
Yeah.
you play it for the kids now, they're gonna be like, "When's Earth Day?" I'm like,
Right.
you know, then it's like
And plus, since spring break is in the middle of that,
Everyone's gonna
really,
forget about
like,
school.
I
Yeah.
I know, well, the only thing with that though is, if it, well, they won't have time to do it before. If it was before, they could be doing the clothing all during vacation week. You are underrating these children.
Yeah.
They remember it all. And they go home and they tell their parents, and then the parents just say no.
My son's socks are still in the bathroom, so.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't care.
It's not her choice.
But when they
But I
want
know.
to go to something, they go home. You think any of them are gonna forget what day Quasi Night is?
That's true. That's true.
And you could tell them last month, and they'll remember when Quasi, I don't remember when it is.
Alright, you're a
already,
tech
but-
person. So
It's
I
May 16th.
submitted this article,
I
and
know.
then I realized that this keeps popping up for me to fill out.
Okay, we're gonna move on so we can get through this and get to the other thing, because I'm
Oh, that's the main show.
Yeah. hearing it's quite the debacle over there right
When
now.
I was walking here, it felt like, you know,
Very scary.
the,
Search.
you know, in a
But then they
multiplex,
never post
like
the
one movie which is
So I
going
just submitted
full
it
and
as a
then
letter
you're walking
also, 'cause
towards
that didn't, like,
another
mess with it.
when there's not too many people there.
But this seems like a glitch.
Alright,
Right, when I
we've
hit
got some
submit, it
into
should
the
tell me
high
search
school, I
something.
think we're making progress with that, which is good. If you know any
I'm
high
wondering,
school
should I, like, write to
students,
them and tell them this?
babysitters, neighbors, anything like that, keep pushing all of them. I'm trying to get through to the Spartan man and I cannot. And I asked DEI and they said he just showed up. Like nobody invited him. So it must have been like through somebody, you know, like down the line that invited them, like one of the high school clubs or something like that. But everyone on DEI is like, oh, we
Or
didn't know. He was
Somebody who's there, it's their kid.
Right, exactly. Like it's like nobody knew from DEI how he got there, or she. I don't really know that it's a he. Looks like he, but could be it could be a dog under there. I don't know. Okay, that's that. We have a lot of sponsors. We can always use more. The one sad thing is that several of the people who sponsored last year were not willing to re-sponsor this year, which you know is sad. And I think they felt they did not get. It was not worth their while. So we're trying to make it worth their while this time. Alana's been wonderful about updating the website with their, with the people. We just have a delay in terms of the town stuff, which is difficult, including money. By the way, Tom, what did you do with the money that you collected? Okay, very good.
From Steven,
Okay.
from Shahan.
Hold on to
and
that
from
cat.
Katie. I don't know what to do with it. I felt like a mobster collecting
Yeah.
all this stuff.
That's
That's fine.
fun. Like the next day, and he's like, or just the other day, because he
Was
did
he
his
shaking
stuff.
his boots?
He's like, I'm doing it all right now.
Good, I'm glad.
Well, then, and then he submitted it wrong, by the way, too.
I
It was
believe
like,
it.
he was like,
That
I'm
was
sorry.
probably because I was talking to him while he was
Like,
doing it.
with the
It's great, I'm
gift
sorry.
certificate.
I'm such a pain in your behind. And I was like, that's okay, you can pay me back in ice cream. I accept that. Alright, so that's all that. We're doing well. So now, some of the main things that I wanted to get through with everybody's input tonight is I want to go through the schedule of performers and such, which would be super great if we could like project onto the wall, which we can't. Okay, so I want to go through the performers / schedule for the day, which honestly I think is a visual thing, so if everyone wants to come over and snuggle, if you can't pull it up on your own screens. And then also I want to go through and see what we think we need to do for signage. So here's the map that we've worked on so far in terms of what exhibits have currently signed up. There's still people in the process of signing up, so this is not like the only place.
Student council is pretty definite, close to
so.
100%, and they will do the blankets.
Great. That is wonderful.
So I'll fill you guys in on it.
So there's a lot of really cool exhibits. There's, you know, like, there's a lot of stuff we had last year, but then, which is fun, that like random other things that like we didn't even try to go after are signing up and doing things. I still like the Holy Hiker Bidet is they did say this is gonna be the best thing. I was like, you do win for the weirdest, like.
Bidets?
Bidet.
Bidet.
Days, yeah.
Hiker bidet.
Hiker bidet.
Hiker.
Hiker, but
I don't know why it's a hiker versus like just a regular person bidet,
Sounds
but
like
you know.
the post-birth, the little peri bottles like there or something.
Right, I don't know, I'm curious, I must admit, I'm gonna go to that table and find out. So anyway,
Holy hiker.
yeah, that's what they call, I don't know
Holy
why.
hiker.
But-
You gotta dig a hole.
This is like, so the
Oh,
other
I
best,
see.
Oh, yeah, you're
the other best name for anything, one of our performers, the band, is called Placeholder, in brackets. Like, I was like, this is gonna cause endless confusion. I love it. This is like,
Yes,
so
it is.
clever, those high schoolers.
Have they
Yeah.
finished signing
they
up?
did.
Yay,
They
what
did.
kind of music?
They were very vague. they just said no. There will be no danger of moshing. They can be pretty tame. I was like,
No danger of much.
I was like,
I like
okay.
them already.
That-
I know. And it's only 3 people.
That's
too.
not
It's
actually an
that-
answer, but okay.
Yes, exactly. I was like, you are very, very vague. Okay. So yeah, if everybody
They're
wants
not-
to take a peek at
Just
this.
so you know, we slapped them in like the area,
Yeah, they're not like
but
exact.
it's not like exactly there. It could be, but it isn't necessarily exactly there, because these are bigger than their spaces would be.
All right. So.
All the green is the, farmer's market.
Farmer fair.
Trucks are here, food trucks are here.
In the back. Yeah.
Food
they're
trucks
around.
Are on,
Here.
Yes.
yep, food trucks are there on
This is
the
the
road.
farm.
The road. That'll be the road in the
That's
middle.
the church road,
Okay.
and then this is
Six
green
foot
space,
long?
we'll have
No.
tables and the tent.
So there's
Probably
3
not a tent, 'cause it
stages.
won't fit
So
there.
they're down, and then like
And
the
then
tines
this is
kind
the
of
road
go
that's
across,
closed.
but kind of don't.
So
like,
farmer's market on the back side, rid litter,
you're
You're
fancy
gonna
people.
close this too?
no, cause you can park back there.
The 3 stages.
This
So
is
this
closed.
is gonna have to be closed.
This
There
is
could be a
closed.
time
Okay.
when.
But they can
Then
park
all
back
3
there.
things
And
will be
then
going
we do
always.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's closed
It's all
here,
Yeah.
and it's
except for
closed
after 3
here.
o'clock. Then it's only the
Okay.
main stage.
But
after
they
that.
can park there, they can park here,
Is that not going to cause any?
and then
Mm,
we move this for
Sound
tag sale
overlaps
to
and
drop off.
No, you really can't do
And then
anything
at-
from any of the
I
other
think
areas.
they're done at 3,
We know
so
this.
then
We've tried
we're
to like
thinking
make
they'll
people
come
hear
in.
things from the other areas, and you can't.
If this is all
So I know
shut
there's definitely
down,
no.
we can
sound
probably
overlap, sadly.
let them in through the road, even though people will still be getting food, just to pull up and load their car, but if not, they'll come in this lot to load up their tag sale stuff and go.
Gosh, the church.
This mostly is
Oh,
shut
and you
at
can park
3,
here.
and you can park here,
But they're
and this is
closing
your
this.
only in-out,
They're gonna open that.
yeah. This is closed here on the road, and
Do we,
kinda like
But
Does
not
the
alternating
own
sides.
CJ, are we moving the RWA water truck to the green and the desserts?
water
Yeah.
truck?
And-
Yeah, they are there.
Okay, good.
They're on the green.
Okay, great.
Water truck, cannolis, ice cream, and big
And
parade.
that's the.
So all
Perfect
snacks,
for-
drinks
Yeah.
are there
Yeah.
because in
That's
theory those are
perfect.
like all the time, and then you might like plan to eat. But then again, it's not that you can't bring your food back or eat wherever
Yeah.
you feel like
Yeah,
it.
no, that
Right,
makes sense.
I mean, you can take this and go sit there, you can take that and come join the
And
green.
we'll see. And if the farm fair thing turns out to be a bust and they end up giving us 2 tables or something like that of stuff, then we condense that and we could even move the food trucks up. You know, like in one sense, if there's nothing in the middle there's not really a reason for the food trucks to be all the way back there.
Or these.
But we can.
Except for the noise and the smell.
In relation to.
Right, but if there's nothing behind it,
sign
you know,
up?
like
Yeah,
The
that.
church isn't behind the food
The
trucks.
food trucks.
Girl Scouts, cause it needs to
Oh,
be near,
We can.
So
we
it's
might be able to move them to the
orange.
green anyway because the other
Because,
one's the red letter.
um,
Yeah,
we're
Mazzaro.
thinking
That's
because
on purpose.
Massaro needs to be,
It's the same
she's
person.
manning them both,
Okay.
is why
Which
we put them
Wonderful.
together.
Well, we know, like, Massaro will be there.
Tag sales
In the parish.
spilled over to here
Yes.
last
Right
year,
in
we're
front,
hoping it
there's like
spills
a
even
buffer
more.
zone
Okay.
between-
Like tag
So
sale
I'm
will
not
definitely
sure where the
stay
farmer's market
front.
is.
This is a good
Across the
area
street.
too.
No, this is the parking lot.
Yeah,
If
no
you
one's
look
parking
on-
there.
Yeah.
I'm
This
trying
is
to
the
figure
police
it out.
So they're not gonna park over there?
What's the
They're gonna
yellow?
park
This
here.
has to
I
be
think
open
that's
for
a
people
farmer
who
market.
actually may need.
Let me see.
Yeah, we can.
Oh,
We can
okay.
close that off and we can use it for handicap, but it's parking spaces. We can't use it for the event.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
So
well,
people are
like they
gonna be
might
able to drive
It's
in.
have
not
a
open to the
place-
public, but it's used
Correct.
for parking still.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can't.
So
We
the-
can't actually take it.
The farmer's market is actually right across from where the church is? I'm mixing up.
It's
the-
in the
on
road.
Meeting House Lane.
It's
It's
in the
on
road.
the
The
road.
road is
In the
closed off.
road.
Oh, okay, I couldn't, because I was thinking of, you know, the mound of land that's like.
This is the
little
mound
buffer
of
zone?
land, and
Yeah.
that's tables.
Okay,
That'll be places for
Okay.
people
Food
to
trucks
eat.
are on the driveway
got it,
near the
okay.
church. This is Meeting House Lane, which will be closed.
That's right, yeah.
We'll have our welcome tent in there, and we want the tent this way, away from the green. We
Right.
wanna get people, in reality, people were very spread out, and actually the least number of people were here last year.
Yeah.
But for whatever reason, because you're in your little secluded spots, everyone thought this was the hub, and it's like, there's nothing there but food trucks and very cold singers. So we want the welcome tent not near that, where normally we tend to try to be over there. So we wanna be on this end.
And will that entrance of the meeting house lane be closed?
Yes.
Okay. So they can only enter from the Newton Road side.
They
No.
can come,
People can come in wherever
they
they
can
want.
come in over here, they can't go down Meeting House Lane, they can go in and park behind the church.
Okay.
They can go around the back of the town hall and into that lot, but they gotta come back out that way.
This road with the touch a truck here, this
There'll be a
is-
police person
They
out
are.
there to cross. So
Yeah.
that's only happening in the morning probably.
Okay.
I haven't, Tom never clarified what hours were. We were asking for 11 to 1, so I'm hoping that's what we got. But that's purposely done, and it's gonna be a police car and there'll be a police person
So
there to
when
cross
that's
the road.
open, a police officer will
Correct.
Be
be
there
in
to
the
do,
road.
Yep.
direct,
And there's
which
also-
they've done before.
There
for
also will be a
things.
police person over here for the parking, for the crossing that road, Newton.
Okay.
That's what they wanted to do. Because I had suggested that we have things, so that you didn't have to, but the firehouse really wants to use their thing, which if they want, I don't care,
Good,
like,
cause we paid,
right.
like, you know, I think I
So-
gave them a child.
We're
I
still
thought I
doing
had three, they
BYOC
only have
bring
two
your
now,
own chairs.
so.
We're still doing bring your
Yes,
own chairs?
yep.
They're not gonna give us any at all?
I would just depend on that people have to bring their stuff. Bring a table, bring a chair, bring a,
Oh, bring a table too?
Yeah.
Okay.
that's what,
We're
you know,
safer.
we have some things, but because we're having the free cycle here this time, we're using more of the town tables. The library is using a lot of their tables for the library book sale. You know, like all the tables here, there's very few to go around. So, if you know anybody having an exhibit, really encourage them to bring their own stuff. So, you know, we have some, and people will get some, but it'd be better if they brought their own, because that also means
We
stuff
did
that,
last year,
right.
but I just wanted to know, if that still applies. I'll let Laura know.
Yes, yeah. Okay, so if everybody can look at, do you feel like you got to look at it?
I'm like,
Cool.
sorry, I was
Are you
passionate
inviting
about
feedback or
that,
just-
kinda-
Yes, I mean, we need to, so the plan right now is to have everybody look at this, and then Ton and I are gonna be reaching out to all these musicians or performers and just confirm, some of them are already confirmed for that time, cause for reasons that they can't change, I guess. And then the ones that weren't, we're gonna go and make sure that this is set, and then this is going up on the website,
So
because
what's the green?
Did you share this with us?
I don't know, for
Yeah,
some
what's
reason.
the name of the file?
It's the live performances that's in the spreadsheet.
It's like the third tab.
Oh,
It's
Public
the,
Wednesday live
and it's
performances.
scroll down. It's
No.
below where you see the bands.
Okay.
Just keep going down. You'll
Earth Day list.
Earth Day list for library.
Earth Day list.
Have you not been living in this list? In these spreadsheets? I live.
Live
The green was some
performance.
weird
They're
thing
kind of
that I
like
blame
all
Ton did, and
24/7.
then suddenly it turned green when I put that stuff there. So don't pay attention to that. Back, it's not green on purpose. That just happens
Oh,
to be
I
like
can
what they do.
change that.
No, it's not a big deal. It like really doesn't matter at all. But that's the reason why it's green.
Is that
Okay,
who?
okay.
Oh,
No, that happens to be like what these people on the main stage, like what their
My performance.
little notes about what they do, just so that we weren't having everybody do
Oh.
rock cover, rock cover, rock cover, rock cover all in a row.
then
And that
scroll down.
for-
There is no description for stage 2 and stage 3.
Right, those were less important. They're stage 2 and stage 3, and also like, again, these are all the bands. So again, for people who have not seen this already, stage 1 tends to be like larger bands or more professional musicians will go in. So Flynn Ayers is a 16-year-old lovely young lady who, she performed with us last year. I happen to know that she also does Star Spangled Banner for like the Yard Goats and stuff and all these other things. So I figured it's better for her to do this. For us, she's very loud and noticeable when she does it. So I think that'll be, last year we had the Beecher Chorus doing it, which I think was
Wah, wah.
a little quiet, and it was over at the town hall.
No one saw it.
And now,
And,
yeah.
and right, I didn't even know it had happened because I was like in another, so I know the sound does not travel. I was like, oh, it's done. I didn't even make it over for it.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping if we have her on the main stage doing that, it'll be a big like, hey everybody, guess what? We're starting. This is it. Mika can do his welcome. It'll be lovely. There, the morning tends to be not a super busy time, except for the people who are like setting up. Like it's not
And
like
the free
everyone's not
cycle.
like running to like,
Get
you know,
there
get in
at
the
the-
door.
I'll be
Well,
there
you know where they're
this
gonna
in the
be.
morning.
Anybody that is coming early
Would be at the free cycle, yeah.
is gonna be waiting at the free cycle,
They could
which
be,
is why
they
they're
could
not
be.
opening till 10:15.
Right. Yeah, the free cycle does have a delay on purpose.
Oh,
Um,
okay. I signed up for 9:30, but that's because I'm.
That's
set
set
up,
up
set
and stuff,
up.
yeah.
Which, and I just figured if we have the help, cause I did that thinking, if we have the high school kids helping,
We
like,
need to be there for it.
yeah, and we could have them do something else, but if they're available.
And you know there's always the last minute.
There's
right?
so
Yeah.
much stuff, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Last year I got there 2 hours early because I was by myself
Yeah.
and I still wasn't done
Right.
when we started.
Yeah. We never run out of things to do.
hopefully we will be set up and done
Yeah.
if they sign up to help, cause
I didn't see anything.
I didn't see anyone on there yet.
no, me either. I'm wondering
I was
though if
scared to
they
ask you,
didn't
you didn't.
have a
Like-
meeting this, I sent it,
Okay.
but I'm wondering if maybe
I was
they
hoping
won't,
you
they
did.
meet every other week.
That's why no one's.
Oh,
Maybe they're
okay.
meeting next
Yeah,
week.
what time will we need to get there?
Oh, on the morning. Oh, well, hold on. Plan for 9 o'clock. You might be earlier than that though.
Okay, I can
Okay.
get there by 8:30.
There we go. So plan for that for the moment, but yeah, let's feel that out based on, because that's going to depend on a lot of other things. So anyway, let me just run through this whole schedule in general. So that's stage 1 starts out with Flynn singing loud and proud there. Stage 2, we got to make sure we actually can get these people. I'm not sure we can get them at this time. But so some like individual singer guitar people, and then so DJ actually flipped this. Cyril, we're gonna have him start working the crowd over in
The Grove.
the Grove.
That's a good idea.
Have him start there,
Yeah.
and then go over to the.
To create
I
a
prefer that. I
Yeah.
thought you needed him at that
So-
time, was,
No,
but that whole thing changed, so.
It did.
Yeah,
Based
but I
on
think that's
what-
good.
Yeah. So the whole thought process here is like, here I feel like I need a little like Cyril. So Cyril, he'll work the crowd for anybody who's he'll make his way around. Oh, hello everyone, I'm doing my magic. You know, like going
Come
to the
in.
free cycle. I don't care. He can do whatever. You know, like
Where
go
is
all
he
around.
doing his magic since we're gonna be in the gym? On the main stage.
Yep, he makes his way over the
front
main
of it.
stage, in front of the main
So the
stage,
kids can,
on the
like, get
grass.
there.
I have confirmed all of this with him. He needs a
Okay.
card table, so we got to somehow
We're gonna
track
buy
down.
one next week when I
No,
get
he
the
needs a
card.
card table size, not a big table size. So if anybody has a smaller
I'm
table,
sure we have.
I'm sure we can find a
Use
card
a
table
6 foot
somewhere.
versus a 4x4.
We need the 6 foot for more important things. If he only needs
Yeah,
a little
like the
4
welcome
by
table.
4, that's all he's getting.
Ah.
Anyway, he needs a table. I did
Sure,
ask
we
him
could find
too. Does he need? Because like we also are using him as the diversion while stuff changes behind behind the scenes. So like, I asked him, do you want us to put a curtain behind you in some way? Like just like it doesn't have to be.
Or like a step and repeat. Like
Yeah.
does Beecher have like step and repeats?
What's that?
What are those?
Like when high school graduation, there was like a sign behind, and they'll say the school name a bunch of ways, and then you step in, you take a picture, and then it repeats. I ran graduation for a long time.
I've never heard of that before.
No.
Anyway, so something.
Oh well.
I figure it's probably easy to get like a really large sheet or something like that can just be on the gazebo that then we like let down.
Yeah.
Because I thought before that's what he needed. I thought he needed a backdrop of some sort. That was his, but this time he's like all about that he's mobile. He was like, I'm gonna pack light and something. He said like, pack light and be ready to travel or something like that.
Oh,
So, so he is planning to be like, just have what he's got on him. He needs a card table to do whatever, and he didn't really care if there's a backdrop. I think it would be nice if we could get that, just because
Does he
it's
have
gonna be
one or
distracting.
no?
No, he's not gonna.
So
He
he's
normally
relying-
carries like a real room divider thing,
Yeah,
but he's
right.
not
He's
this
not
time.
gonna do
Again,
it this time.
his
And we
packet
might be able, I'll go look in the, I don't know if it's still there, I'll go look on the stage closet. I know no one uses it, we have the old color guard PVC pipe things that we
yeah.
would stretch fabric over
Yeah,
and
right.
make backdrops on. The only thing is if it's windy,
It's gonna be.
It'll fall right over.
stuff almost anything,
Right.
if it's not staked in the ground,
Okay.
anything's gonna tip
Right,
over.
the whole reason for having this backdrop is so that the big bands can set up.
Right.
So that the audience is not distracted
Right, by the
band's setting
movement.
up
What
while
if we
Cyril's
shift
doing
him?
his magic.
What if we shift him?
Yeah, just
His
put them in a
back
little
is
kitty
here,
corner,
and everyone's facing this way, so they're not facing the stage.
yeah.
Um,
And honestly, that stage is not a great focal point stage.
Right,
Right,
Trees
I
are
know,
getting in
I-
the way, and nobody watches
No, no,
anything
no.
going
That's
on.
why he was
there.
asking. He was like, "Oh, do you want me on in the gazebo?" I'm like, "Nobody can even see in the gazebo. It's so dark under there." Like,
Yeah,
it's
so
terrible.
I don't think anybody's
it's a
really
non-issue.
gonna
No
be
one's gonna
distracted
care.
by
It's
the
not
an issue.
band.
If we can magically
But a
find the
little
big
off
sheet, then we
center
can
is
do it
nice,
and have it
but-
drop down. If not, oh well.
yeah, right.
Okay, so that's that idea. So that's what Cyril's doing. Meanwhile, on the main stage, before Cyril gets there, Gary the guitar man from Ten Selden, he'll do a quick set. He's giving us the sound system for the gazebo, so he wins
Yes,
a
absolutely.
performance there. along that same time, after Flynn finishes singing there, then she'll go over to the alcove, sing over here. She's only available in the morning, I found out, so that's how she got her times. We'll have to, yep, there you go. That's how you win that. We're gonna have Beecher Chorus. Also will be over here. Once Cyril has exited this area, the Beecher Chorus will be performing around 11 o'clock, which is great since that's the message they sent out to all the families. If you go hi, which I received from the chorus
Except
teacher.
they're the same time as Cyril.
They are.
So who the heck's gonna watch chorus if they can be watching Cyril?
I don't know, but they both already. I mean, Cyril has to be at that time. He can't change. And the chorus already sent out the thing saying that they were at that time.
I know, but she said it was probably.
Okay. We can put them. We can bump them to 11:30. Then it's after Cyril,
What about 10:30?
but that's when Cyril's still over.
He's just flopping about, but he could leave flopping here and go flop somewhere else.
All right. They're mobile still. They're mobile. They can move along there.
He's resourceful.
Yes.
Well, he is. He can be anywhere.
He could probably just like apparate to other parts of the
Disapparate.
Exactly.
all over. So okay, then
Harry Potter terminology.
so Cyril will be over there. Meacham and Hutch will be somewhat following Cyril in the Grove, following Flynn. 3-day weekend, which are the 3 kids that are the children of West Rock, will be on the stage there before West Rock. Then West Rock comes after that. Then Billy Cofrancis after that. Is it Cofrancis or Cofrancesco? Cofrancis. Okay. Cofrancis goes after that. Then the Taylor Family Band, and finishing us up, everybody's favorite Fire Charger. So
Who's fire?
It's
the
punk-
high school band, the punk
band.
metal.
Oh.
But they've written a
Yeah.
song about getting off the screen and
What
going
time is
outside.
All right.
I'm being totally Snoopy, but where am I?
Just so I can tell.
They're very,
You
they're
gotta move to
very
the green.
prompt and
Oh, you
responsive.
did. You were able to move.
Okay, I like them.
Thank you.
Okay.
You
They're
could say no.
responsible.
I would have
You're
said,
the blue right now.
oh,
It's
tiny
not-
house, okay.
Don't worry, you're not a specific spot.
It's
Those
not,
are all
that's-
just
yeah.
like you're on
No,
the
no, no,
green.
that's fine. You're on the green, we don't know
We,
where
we
yet.
just threw things over there.
So,
It's just a
wait,
general
hold on. Where's
concept.
this is the green?
That is the
This
green.
is the green.
Oh, see, this is what I was talking about. I did
Yeah,
a
we
really
can't
bad
we can't
job.
take off
Okay.
the parking lot though. You have to be on the grass.
Okay. Whoa, we have to drive it on the grass?
Yep.
Okay. As
So
long
we'll
as-
find a spot that's okay that you're not on the septic.
Yeah,
So-
I mean, there's a very good chance it's gonna be where the
Where the booze
bear
were
truck was
last year?
last year.
Unless the water truck is there. Anyway, we'll figure it out. Don't
Well,
worry.
the
It's gonna
water
be
truck will probably be over more by the food and stuff.
I just need to tell my guy who's driving it.
Don't worry, we got time.
Yeah.
We got time.
You can drive by to go see it too.
I saw it.
Oh yeah, you did see me drive.
I saw it, so I want that house.
Well, and I got I told you the solar panels and the batteries.
That's
We
good.
need
That's
a
very
battery
exciting because
backup.
that plug is currently used by 2 other things right now too. So I don't really know how many plugs.
Well, and I have 2
that
batteries.
has-
One's
okay.
a smaller battery, one's a bigger battery.
Yeah.
So that's very good.
And the sun should be shining.
Okay, hold on. Sorry.
Fire plan.
Listen. We have to approve this. Okay, so
Alright.
in the alcove we have
But there's an earth.
Flynn, Meacham and Hutch, CC Chen, Gary the guitar man gets a second set over there because he wanted 2 sets, and then
There's just
our
a green
favorite
change,
last
right?
band, Placeholder, will be there because they only are 3 people, and they said they just needed to. They have their own amps and everything. Once they did,
Oh, they
So-
did say that?
Who's Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't catch that.
that's okay. They finally wrote back Placeholder.
Oh, no.
Our other favorite.
Okay. No, I like that, that's good, and I like that Gary's in, not that my
'Cause
opinion
again-
matters more than anyone else here, but I do like it.
And what I like about with Placeholder, it's like they were like, we don't really know how long they could play, if it was gonna be like half an hour or an hour. But that way they're at the end and like, they wanna keep rocking out in the alcove, they can keep rocking out. It's at the end of when that's gonna be over there.
Right.
You go for it.
The
Right.
last
Um,
one had it
And,
And then wait,
cause
these
look
are all
at
the.
see Cyril over there and say come early. We just should let him know that, like, the chorus, that's a lot of kids that aren't gonna be able to see you.
Well, maybe no, but maybe we do move them up or back. We
So
can
hang
wiggle
a
that.
little
This
longer.
one is wiggleable still. Like there is some space in there because I was. So anyway, so then in the we were considering the Grove area more like the children's area because that's where the games are. That's where there's a lot of like more kid-focused exhibits. So that's why we have Cyril in there in the beginning. We have the Beecher chorus, which is going to bring like families and friends of the kids that are in the chorus. Then we have the Suzuki Music School. There's 2 different
Oh,
groups of
cool.
them that are going to be doing. We have the Taekwondo demonstration, the Flower Children Choir, and then another child performer, a 10-year-old, who's going to sing and play the guitar. So those are
Gosh,
all
so
like
much stuff. That's awesome.
more like kid happy things that will bring, again, like families.
That's
so,
cute.
So those will be all over here. It's more professional, like bigger bands that are over there because they need the full stage and the full like sound setup. And then the alcove is more like the coffee house, you know.
I did just
Well,
confirm
oh God.
with
Now we have to read.
no. It might not be that bad. We might be able to put in the poetry slam people.
Oh, good. Yes, poetry.
Yes,
Tell me
so
poetry.
The teacher at
Yeah.
Amity, Allison Ward, she has been working with the Library Commission.
What's her name?
Allison Ward.
Word.
I might not be saying her name correctly.
that sounds familiar.
Wuerth. Anyway, she was
Okay.
part of the subcommittee for the Library Commission to vote
Okay.
in the poet
Yeah,
laureate.
yeah.
And she's agreed to participate in some sort of poetry event. We're not calling it poetry slam because
No.
it might be just her and possibly one other student who just won an award, a poetry award at Amity.
That's so cool.
Yeah,
cool, though,
and so
Okay.
we will also announce the
Yes.
poet laureate at.
That's going to go on the main
Thursday,
stage around noon or whenever anyone feels like,
Yeah,
honestly.
that's fine. Yeah, that's
Um,
perfectly fine.
So we can pop it in between whoever we need to.
Yep.
That's, it
That'll
can
be
happen
easy.
whenever.
It'll just
We
be a
just
couple
need
minutes.
Mika at that point and we need the poet laureate.
Mhm.
And if people from the commission or the library want to also be, I don't know who else.
Probably not.
Pro-
They're all sick of me right now.
I don't know, but like we could pull Eric
Yeah,
over.
that's true. Eric can come. Yes.
Force him to stand up on stage and be uncomfortable in front of a lot of people. So whatever, because that's gonna definitely be like a big photo op kind of thing too.
Right.
So
Did Mika say that there's a time frame that he can?
I have not heard anything about that. I need
Okay.
to. I will ask him. That will go
Okay.
on my list here. Mika the time. He better just plan to be there all day. But last year he did sneak away for a bit. So. Anyway, so speaking of that, so keep in mind. So yes, the welcome from Mika is at the beginning on the stage. The poet laureate announcement will be over there around noontime. So everybody think about this if you can contemplate what's happening at the same time as everything else, you know. Then in the later hours, so both of these other areas are going to close around 3 o'clock. All these exhibits, the people are leaving by 3. Whereas people are on the green because they have chosen to be there all day. That's how you want a spot on the green. If you were definitely sure you're going to be there all day. So these ones should close up. If we do have so much poetry going on in I would say poetry would probably be the alcove. That feels more poetic to me, but we can figure that one out. If that makes us run longer there, then great. Who cares? You know, happy times. Otherwise, that part will be cleaned up on the green area as we get to be. When do we want? Sometime between 3 and 5, I presume that's when we do the gift basket giveaway.
Yeah, which it should say what time we're doing it.
Yeah, we have to be sure because it's the rule is going to be you sign up, you have to be there to get it, or you're forfeiting. So
Okay.
that's why you stay.
Yeah.
So it's all about bribery. So
They do that at library.
yeah, that's 100%. I mean, that happens all
If
the
you
time.
don't come,
That's how they
if you
handed
don't come
it.
within the next 20 minutes, whoever's there, please call this person. You have to
Right.
know them. If they don't show up, then we're going to.
Yeah, they pick it. I mean, they do it right then. I mean,
Yeah.
that's what I won a shirt at Hampton Earth Day, and it was they called you right then.
Mhm.
If you weren't still there to pick it up, you're
So
yeah,
all the
that's
more
Right.
less giveaways.
Yeah. No, this is one and done or two and again depending on what
because
we gotta see
you
what
do have
comes
to
in.
wait, and there are times you will go through
Right.
15 names,
Yeah.
It did
Right.
happen. Yeah.
Right.
Really?
which takes a long time.
Right.
And if you have to do that to 15 different,
So the way people
Yeah.
will sign up for the giveaway, that's not a raffle, will be at the information table or the welcome table. We will have our fishbowl or whatever we do. People will put their
I
name.
have a really big fishbowl.
Even better because I have a very small one and I'm hoping we have more people than that. So, put the name
Anybody
name
have
and
a
phone
Clear
number.
Earth?
Oh boy, now you're getting greedy.
I mean, I do, but it's a blow up one.
What happens
No,
to
like
the
they have
spoils
those,
if
like,
they don't pick them up?
glass
What do we do
globes.
with them? Do we donate them or?
What?
Yeah.
If
And
they
so
don't
it's like
pick the
all-
thing
It's just gonna be
up,
one thing.
There,
That's
the,
awesome.
that would look gorgeous, wouldn't
It's
it?
one gift basket.
Oh, it's just
Hopefully.
one?
Yeah, we're not doing
I
multiple
wanna
like last year. That was a
support
piece
Yeah, I was
in
gonna
the
say,
box.
last year we did.
Amazon.
I know. It was awful.
Yeah.
It was awful trying to like pick all the names and do it fairly and figure out which things were appropriate for which age group. It was too much.
Oh,
We're
last
just
year?
doing one. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a pain in the neck.
It was. It was.
Just have a bowl for
So-
Pain
kids
in
and
the
a bowl
neck.
for adult prizes.
Nope, we did that before, and again, like
Betcha.
because some kids wanted the adult prizes instead. You know, like and you know, like people did because like the example always is like play date. So some kids are like, I don't want to go to play date, but I like the ice cream thing. So anyway, just hopefully, unless we're seeing what comes in at the moment. One, if it ends up that it's just like a ridiculous amount and we can split it into two, then great, then we have two. But we're not making 27.
Yeah, currently it's just Playdate, Micro Creamery,
Mega Creamery,
and that's-
Cool.
Ernie's Pizza,
Oh, I didn't know about Ernie's Pizza. Okay.
Starbucks is.
Starbucks,
What's the Starbucks?
They're gonna give us like a basket.
Oh, that's right, you mentioned.
Oh, nice.
Master Kim.
Oh yeah,
Bag
the
of coffee.
gift card for food
Yeah.
lesson. Yeah.
So, anyway,
Musaro and the like farmers markets don't want to put in like a jar of salsa or anything.
let's not talk about them. Gonna be excited if they come. Set up the booths. Now Mazzaro specifically. It's they're actually lovely. So, anywho, other things that are going on that are time sensitive. Free cycle goes from 10:15 till 2:30. Okay, so that's around that time. EV car show, I'm presuming, Lana, are you feeling the 10 to 3 also? Okay. Library book sale, I'm also presuming is 10 to 3. I can't imagine they're gonna hang out longer over there. And the tag sale also, to me, it's kind of up to those people that are doing their tag sale space. I mean, the space doesn't like
Yeah, how long you
expire
wanna
at
be
3
there.
o'clock. Yeah, if you wanna hang out till 5, you hang out till 5. You wanna clean up at 3, you clean up at 3. It doesn't really matter, right?
Where's the,
Like,
what about the Fix-It Center?
Fix It Station is staying till 5 and they're on the green because of that.
Thanks for helping me out with that. I'm so excited about the fix.
Yeah, so these
I
are
already signed
things
up.
we have to, when we send
We're all
that
signed.
letter out that explains everything.
Yeah, exactly. So
That needs to say, like, everybody needs to be cleaned up and gone, everything from the premises by whatever
Right.
time. If your time is different than what, you know, and it would be nice to send them a link to all the booths, so to speak, and the times down, so that they can look and be like, oh, you know, I'm not staying till 4. I forgot to update that I'm only staying till 3. Or, oh no, I'll stay, or look, all these tags say people are saying they're staying till 5, I'll stay to 5, and they can kind of update it. That would be helpful to them as well. Because for some people, it's their first
Right.
experience, and you do want to see what everyone else is doing. And those that are pros could tell us. They already know what they're doing.
right.
We're planning not to move that tiny house though until the next day.
That's
I
fine.
don't want anybody getting injured or
Yeah.
anything.
So we can also take that into account when wherever we're placing it, of like where's the safest, least, and do we want to put caution tape around it or something
Which
like that when we're
again,
not there?
maybe-
Oh no, we've got
That's-
steps and stuff that people can get up and, oh, what do you
No, I mean like
At night.
for
Outside of
beforehand, or
hours.
like when we're not at, when the house is there and we aren't. You wanna
Oh,
put
yeah,
caution
yeah,
tape around
yeah.
it, so it's like not a,
Yeah, I'll talk to.
whatever that
I'll-
word is.
Talk to my friend who's gonna drop
It's a
it off.
liability
and have
of-
him Put some, We'll just borrow it from the police beware station, a right? dog
sign.
There you go.
have a barking dog
Yeah,
alarm that goes off if people come close to it. Although now they've heard my plan with this great audience we have.
And
I have,
everybody's
I
watching.
have an update.
Okay.
Pretty sure SAP's doing it's not 100% yet, but the news did an Earth Day. It's not aired yet. It's getting aired on Friday or next Friday. They did a thing on Earth Day, and there's a little bit about our event, but it's just what was on the flyer.
Okay.
So it's not a lot, not in depth. So they'll air that Friday, but
Nice.
we can record if you wanna record something, and then they'll do a they'll dub something in before and after it. So they'll air next Friday before break, and then a second one after break.
Which, okay, and when would they would record that? The second one after break?
I'll ask her.
Because that one would be the one I think would be targeted. But she said we do it both. Then I got played twice, right?
No, they're gonna do their thing next Friday, and then they're gonna do your thing
right before. Okay.
the week
Cool.
before.
Hillary, would Cyril,
Can you
would
share
Cyril
my-
do like
my
a little
email with her
video
or cell phone number with
anything
her?
of that matter?
That's a good question.
Because Cyril would be fun to like have
A little blurred.
a little blurb, because they're like a magician.
Yeah, that's how
Right.
you get the kids.
So, I did friend Cyril on Facebook today. I just want to tell
Okay.
everybody.
You
So,
know he's the recycling coordinator for Waterbury.
yes, I do.
Oh, okay.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, he's like.
He's an earthy
Well,
guy.
actually, I think he actually might have even stopped that. Like, he's like just magicianing these days.
Oh, he's
I think
just,
I'm sorry, wizarding. He's just.
Sorcery.
But, no. So he actually, even though I had already made the Earth Day event
Yes.
on Facebook and
Yeah.
has been circulating, he made his own because he didn't
Yes.
realize that. He made his own that is for his time that he's gonna be there. So like all his fans
Yeah.
That's what I was hoping
can.
up,
Yeah.
and I'm like,
Yeah, like if he would
and
be
we
willing
need-
to do a little video and then just send it to the BRS News, would that be?
We could slice it in.
I-
That's too much slicing.
Is it video? Is the
I would
BRS
just
News a video or is it
add the
just
still
sound?
shot into your thing.
Somehow print it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if you just Google any,
Magician?
Well,
if
it's,
you Google search,
I
it's got
Googled
brilliant
it.
pictures.
Magician.
if you Google Earth Day, it comes up.
Sorcerer. I'll do like a really bad magic trick and
Do
just
it
be
on,
like,
go on
Do you
Facebook
want
and
a better
just
one?
put in Earth Day and it comes up. That was the one I was,
Yeah.
I just wanted to see what comes up if I just put in Earth Day.
okay.
Cause like that's what I do on the weekend, I'm like, what do I wanna do?
Yeah.
Let me see if there's any poets around, and then I just search it.
I want you to make my social calendar from here on out.
So,
Yeah, I'm just like,
so that's what
laundry.
came up.
What do I want to avoid doing?
Yeah,
So-
what are you doing this
Yeah.
weekend?
Then you
Follow
can
you
put
there.
that up.
Is the Antiques Roadshow not going to happen?
That is happening.
Oh, it is
It's gonna be on the
happening.
green, so that we're calling it What's It?
That's cool. What's
yeah. it worth?
You had a good
That's
thing.
so
I put
cool.
What
there.
it's worth? No.
Yeah.
Which I can't.
Yeah,
I'm
what it's
always
worth.
like wrong. Is it what?
What's it worth?
What's it worth? Yeah, I get the contraction wrong every time. What's it worth? So here's the one thing about it. I want to call it What's It Worth, featuring Grassy Hill Auctions, and not Grassy Hill Auctions because I want it to be our thing,
Yeah.
not
Their thing.
here's his. It's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
this is who we happen to have this year.
So we
Maybe
can
we'll
bring
have a
things?
different one.
Yeah,
Yes.
or more than one.
Mhm.
That's-
Right, exactly.
yeah, more
Other
than-
people when they've done this have had like tons of. I mean, like
Yeah.
so he still hasn't gotten back to me as to exactly what times he was going to be there. We asked him to be there more towards the later. I don't want him there in the morning necessarily. I'd rather have him like from noon to 5 or whatever later. But also I was like, if you feel like you need to be there the whole day because there's going to be so much interest, like he's done this more than we have. So like if he thinks that, you know, I don't know how long it takes to appraise something, if that's like a 15-minute process or like a
It
half an
depends,
hour
are there
process.
commercial breaks?
Yeah, I don't know. Or is it going to be like, oh,
I
we
know,
have to
commercial
wait.
break, gotta come back.
And he had said before too when I talked to him that it was like there were pros and cons to having signups or not having signups. So I don't know if we want to have some signups, you know, like
Or maybe like some of us are already like, okay, there's at least
Yeah.
5 of us,
Like,
5
just
things that
saying.
can just fill
I
in the
get it.
gaps if they
right,
have
or
it.
like, you know, like do we have like one sign up every hour just so that we know that there's something happening and then there can still be a line because like in one sense you want a line so that everybody says, what's that line for? It looks
Yes,
like it must be
right.
great if it's a line. I must get in that line. So, but again, that's also something we need to, he's supposed to get back to me soon. I'll put it on
We
my
need
list.
to advertise. So these
Um,
are all the fun little it-
Yeah, like we
things that
wanted
need to go out on lots of
Social.
social media, different
A lot of
ones.
platforms.
Somebody's Instagram, you know, like if you have Instagram, put it on your Instagram. If you have Facebook, put it on your Facebook. You know, if
Do
you
you
don't
have a
use
bunch
yours
of
and you
these
know
apps
someone
that
who
we can
will,
have
give it to them.
Well, that's to say, everybody's supposed to work on whatever their area is. So I'm on that one.
Okay. I was just saying, if we
unless you
have a
really want
bunch
to
of
make-
like the social media ads, we can send them out on our channels too.
So anyway, so yeah, like things like that. So that will like obviously there are certain things that you need to know ahead of time about. You know, like you're not gonna show up and be like, oh, I'll have my necklace appraised that I'm wearing right now. You know, like it's you need to pack.
Yeah.
So so that's all of that stuff. The farmer fair, as of the last time we spoke to them, they had only committed to 10 to 12. We're trying to get them to expand on that. So that's the general timing on everything. Does everyone feel good about this schedule of events or have any major issues that we haven't thought of that we need to contemplate before we publish the schedule?
You did say they're gonna coordinate the exits and the entrances, the police are gonna do that? When something closes, if you're gonna reroute exits and entrances?
None of that
Nothing.
changes, it's
Just-
throughout, it's,
Even when the, those things.
they are not affected,
So nothing, okay.
yeah, so none of that has to change.
Like the parking lot in the library is still open and everything.
So you- the
Yeah,
entrance is
parking
there.
and streets that are blocked is for the duration.
This one is probably actually closed off just for the benefit of the librarians, because or else they have nowhere to park.
Yeah.
And
So
last
that-
year,
that's
when
like-
you had the mattress,
Yeah.
thing, they used Amity to some extent, is
No,
that
so the
still
Amity is the
available?
parking lot. Amity is the parking lot. I'm trying to get
It's the main
Tom
one?
to ask the fire person who has that giant light up sign, that highway sign that I've had my eye on for 2 years now. He says he's leaving messages to ask if we can use that. I want that to be the parking sign. It says parking that one.
Who has it?
I don't know.
You
He
don't
just
know
says
who
he
it
knows who, but like we can ask him specifically so you
Yeah.
can harass them also.
I would say, cause if it's someone I know, I'll know.
That would be great.
So we want that. So now that leads us to the next question. Oh, by the way, too, also things that didn't happen last year. Leslie, thank you for bringing that up. So mattress is not happening on this campus. So if anybody asks you, should they bring their mattress to the event, please don't. There will be the mattress recycling is happening from Earth Day till the next week at the transfer station.
Oh,
Then the next weekend is when the mattress bin, whatever, is joined by Take Two Recycling and paper shredding at the transfer station. 5-3 from 9 to 12. That is the time you get to drop stuff off. It is not that long. It is not that at different locations. It's just there. Goodwill is the only thing that will be at this event. It will be over behind the firehouse, the old firehouse. People can drop off stuff there if they're not dropping it off to Buy Nothing or Free Cycle, which hopefully they aren't dropping stuff off on the day to Free
Nothing,
Cycle,
we don't take at
Um,
Free Cycle.
because it's just going to end up at Goodwill.
It had to come before because you need to, if it's
Sort
a
it
new
out,
person, they need to know, so next
Yeah.
year, they don't think they can do it.
Okay, and then there's also the Boy Scouts are doing their plant sale on that triangle that's further down the lane. So there's lots of things that are still going in this direction. Last year we were kind of like cut off there, but this time there's a little bit more going that way. So, now, everybody's wise, thinking caps, put them on. What signs do we need? What signs would be helpful to you? Because a lot of you are like hearing this information for the first time.
Before I do signs, can I tell them about the blanket thing? So people can think
You sure?
one or the other, and just cause they should know.
Okay.
So Margaret Hamilton has a contact, which the bottom line is thousands of, blankets and towels, like from hotels, the thin, like probably flannelly stuff. They are all clean, massive amount, it's called a Gaylord box. Basically it fills the back of a pickup truck. Needs a forklift to load it into said truck, and then you kinda gotta just shove it all out. And we think student council's gonna take on the project, but you just have a big pile of it on tarp, and people can come and fold them and make boxes of clean blankets to be brought to different shelters in various places, or make, with all those.
Take them to the shelters afterwards?
Probably Margaret. But we'll find out more on this. Make up bags, all those like extra grocery bags and things people have. You can do like a blanket, a towel, a washcloth, and make a little set to go with. So I did say to student council, like if they wanna collect
Yeah.
collect like toiletries, like it'd be great to stick a toothbrush and toothpaste in there
Yep, it's
with it.
Is First Church participating because they have a whole like youth group, youth fellowship that, and they are doing projects for the community, so I could see how they would.
So we asked them, they're gonna get back to us, I need to, they're number one on the list to
Sorry,
follow
they
up with.
asked me
Oh, that's good,
this Sunday if I was
even
gonna
better,
help with
then
Earth
there we
Day,
go,
so-
that's, now we know the word is getting through to back to us. So, we asked them, one, can we use the indoor space if in case it rains? Two, are they gonna do the labyrinth meditation garden or whatever the thing is? They did like little tours of that and tours of the building if they wanted to do that again. And then, and if they wanna pick up any, or like ask for donations or anything like that, if they want, and have a table or any of that stuff, so,
Yeah, 'cause
Like they promoted Iris last year.
um,
but yeah, that might be a bust. But they can do whatever else they want.
okay, I'll write to Susan.
So, so that is that, we're waiting to hear back from them on
And
that.
remind them that the trucks will be there.
Yeah, they had already okayed
They
that the
okayed
trucks
it,
were
but
gonna
just
be there,
remind
cause
them.
they don't think that that's their driveway.
Yeah, cause I don't think it is, that's town.
Right, but they have the time, no one seems to know for sure.
Okay,
But
well, if they said they
we're
don't
going
think it's
with it.
a,
Yeah,
don't
exactly, then
remind
we're
them.
done, then it's not.
Then it's already done.
I just said, we will make sure to leave a couple spots for your people to park there, you know, and they're like, "Oh, nice." Yes, because it's not your driveway. So, okay, so the blanket thing, right, would be in several areas, maybe inside the library meeting room if we need an indoor space, there can be some wherever else, in the different areas too, so that would be really fun.
But if you know a place that needs them, is the other piece to it, or if you have a cool name to call it, cause we gotta put it on our stuff, you know.
Okay,
Could be
think of
something
that.
cute by student council, unless they come up with something.
Okay, and then, so now we need what?
Rags for wags. If,
Oh, bags,
oh
bags.
no, I was saying rags for
I know,
wags,
but the
but,
bags.
cause also the animal shelter is always looking for
Yes, they are.
stuff
Yeah.
like that too. That's why I came up with that. But bags, yeah. if
Yeah.
peop-
People will need bags, that is the other thing, so spread the word that people do need to bring bags with them, but do you wanna try to collect them ahead of time? Like ask them
Do
like.
I ever?
You mean like Target bags?
Yes.
Oh, I
You know
have
how like everybody has so, yeah,
so many.
so
It's
many.
a buy nothing
Sounds,
post,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, it is, right, like, so we just need somebody to, like, if you wanna
Be
collect
the
them, but
point
you also don't wanna
person.
have to, or like, where's some place where we can have them dropped off ahead of time?
Have
We
dropped off at
just-
the free site.
Exactly.
They can drop them
just-
with it.
Because people, we brought a whole bunch to the free. I bought like 30 to the
They
free cycle
can
last
drop
year
them
for people to do the free
Like,
cycle.
do you
At
want them-
center school, let's give it its own box.
Okay.
Again, doing much of the lugging. It takes up a lot of space and it's, you know, another
They
thing.
did say we could use the hallway by the center gym too for, cause they were like, oh, do you wanna collect there? And I was like, no, we collect outside, but if we need to put them in
Okay, good.
instead of bringing.
Well, I bring it in at night, that's where it is.
I'll get up on this.
So yeah, but anyway, but having the purpose of the bags is so that, cause people are giving away so much stuff always at Earth Day, or there's stuff to buy,
But
or
do you
there's
wanna
stuff-
have the bags at your, like,
Right, they could be at the
where the
info
info booth,
station, they
yeah.
could be at, you know, conservation, or at the tiny house, you know, like, they could be in several places. You might need a
conservation's
bag everywhere.
giving away dogwoods.
Well, no, it's good
And-
to have them, you go to the welcome, if you
Exactly,
need one,
right.
go to the
Yeah.
welcome
You
station.
sign
We'll
up
have
for
some at
the
the free
giveaway,
cycle,
you
too.
get a bag.
Bigger
Yeah, well,
ones.
that's
I'm
different,
saving
we
them.
always have that
Okay.
for free cycle.
Conservation, we have
No, I gotta do a
red buds
post. I'll do a
and
posting.
dogwood.
Drop off
I live
clothes
on Dogwood Circle, we
and
don't have any dog
with that.
Oh.
Shove in your Target bag.
Come by and get one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Target, your, you know,
Your
usable
clean,
store bags
reusable
Isn't there-
store
can get dropped off at the center.
And you, I mean,
Yeah,
like,
but
all
they're
their
gonna-
petals? Well,
Yeah, but they're.
Well, I'm just saying like for like
Center
if you wanna put it
You know
in the
what
box,
dogwood
I don't
is?
think you can technically put this in by nothing, but like,
I don't have a green.
push that it's like for, or well, if you do it the right way on Buy Nothing, you can, to say like, it's for Earth Day, cause so much stuff
Worst
is.
case scenario, you flag me and I rewrite it.
I feel like, Alyssa, I'm taking that off tomorrow.
I'm sorry, ma'am. This is not
Oh,
appropriate.
they do eventually, but not
But the
like the
week
cherries.
During vacation is
Is it-
only at center.
Is it those
Right.
ones
Yes.
that have those big packages that come down?
Not at the school.
Yeah,
Okay,
so
okay,
just
we
don't
gotta, we
give
gotta
the
finish
next
this business
week's
stuff.
dates.
I'm just saying, like, buy a bag of clothes and I shove like 2 Target bags in the top, like,
Yeah, these are dogwood.
It's just more we have to.
sort through.
And so
Feeling
clearly.
very overwhelmed today, aren't you?
No, I do it. See, I do it all through vacation.
I know.
You
When I
guys
learn
come in,
something.
all those bags have already been
Like, I
pulled.
know it.
Okay, alright.
I learned
I
that
got,
in my
we will
lecture.
not, we will not.
So it's
really?
just, I'm just, if you do it right from the beginning, it makes it
It's just
smoother
one
and
less step
easier.
to do.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
So people are going to,
That's not a good example.
but if you tell everyone to, then it becomes this mangled and things get caught in the loop. Same thing like in recycling, those tanglers. But sleeves and legs get caught in them and it's like, no, it's not a lot, but it is a lot. It's definitely time.
Supposed to be open yet.
Hillary, we only have one walk for Bethany right now. I'm gonna email him again, see if he's gotten any more information. But we have 3 Woodbridge and 1 Bethany. And the Bethany one sounds pretty cool. It's
Yeah, so
historical.
Yeah, but
I think that's what
it's
I.
good
I mean, it's still, it's good
So-
now. Also,
Yeah.
RWA emailed me yesterday and they said, I've actually asked the PJs, but,
Order.
the lady they had dropped out, so it might just be an unoccupied table with stuff
Again, like last year.
Yeah.
That's okay. They had a lot of
She said
stuff.
she-
They had a swag.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I still have
kids.
probably 200 pencils in my classroom, so.
You know, the dumb thing about it, and even though it's like totally not sustainable, but everybody loves those stupid Post-its and pencils and other garbage.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, but you.
Yeah, we
those
have
are
white
the-
dogwood.
Oh,
saucer
it's not
magnolias,
like-
that's the one you were talking about that
you know,
drops them, so I'll sign you up for that.
Then you have all that
Yeah.
plastic, if you use the pencil, it grinds down to nothing.
And red buds,
And
which are
then that's it, that's all you
beautiful.
can do with it.
Yeah.
What else
Okay,
do we have
so
to
what
do?
signs do we need? Okay, so the schedule is officially approved. We're gonna, Tanya and I will check with all the performers, confirm those times, hopefully not change them. And then, we will be giving them to you for the website for putting them up. Next thing is what sign would be helpful for you to know? Do we, make a big sign that says, this is the Grove? So then people, also, I know at one point we had talked about having a big map like this outside. So I think we could obviously get a new one printed of this. Is this acceptable? Is everybody happy with this as a map to have up?
Yeah.
Yeah, but if
Without
they
the,
have
without the
this,
stickers on it.
if they must have this digital,
Yeah,
Yeah, the GIS
give it
system.
to us. Because
Yeah,
then
so
we
then
can
we
put
can
all
our
this
little
stuff
digital
in here.
stuff on there, yeah, like
Okay.
little boxes.
And manipulate it and move it around and be
Could you
like,
just
oh, this
Here,
is
I think it's fine. I think I have it.
What are you gonna
Screenshot
put
it.
it on?
it's not as clean. So if they already have this,
The GIS system, right?
why not?
How
know.
are you displaying that? On something or
yeah, I think it would be like
sorry, or?
I would love it like where the
Well,
flag thing is, but like that's like way out of
This
the way.
needs like a big plexiglass frame.
I know, we do need to like laminate it or something like that. That is the rough part. Anyway, so yeah, but that's one option is to,
Small kids will have a laminator?
I don't know. Nothing this big is my concern.
Yeah, but you
Oh,
can
a
get
lot
this
of
in
tape.
I might have
plexiglass.
a poster picture frame.
Oh, that's a great idea.
I might have a couple
Very
poster
wise.
picture frame. I'll just need the dimensions.
Okay.
The minimum, actually, let me give
It's
you
usually the poster frames
Let
are
me
24
give
by
you-
36.
I don't know, I got them by nothing. So let me measure them and then see if it'll fit the, but
Okay.
I think it'll fit the important area.
But you're right, I definitely have the 24 by 36 size too.
Yeah.
So, and
it's
I've got,
already-
and that plexiglass stuff that goes
Yes.
over it. Excellent idea. So, anyway, so to have something like this up, whether it's next to the welcome table or whatever, so that's one thing. But what other signs?
So you want signs, I don't know, do you want signs up that go up a few days before that tell people, parking here or parking
Well, that
here?
stuff is all done by the police and it's only done the morning of, by the way, he did respond. It's only the morning of that they are gonna close off everything that gets closed off.
I
So
like-
that's the parking,
We
like,
had this on the website too, didn't we?
Yeah.
yeah, I have last year's one, that's the one I have,
Yeah.
it's not this thing.
That was
That
really
was
nice.
really nice.
Yeah, it was.
Because
Yes, but again, not everybody checks the website
Right.
and not everybody pulls up the things on their phone. We did have the trifold, which we'll do again.
Yeah.
So, but again, like, is it more helpful if you're like, you just have a big sign here that says the Grove, like, 'cause we have money to spend on signage, so let's spend it, and we have to, the problem with that, you gotta order it ahead of time, you can't like,
Sure.
do
So
it
then-
by the day of.
Sponsors on the signs?
Yes, so that is one thing that we did,
Thank you.
but it's, there's only 2 sponsors that have made it to signs. And you're sitting next to one of them. So, and the other one's
Good
Netco.
job.
So that's easy. We can have 2 things on,
Yeah.
but that's, so that we're actually like making those
I
on-
think you should put a sign at the Grove because I think whenever you talk about the Grove,
Nobody knows,
everyone
that's fine.
goes, "Where's
Yeah,
the
I don't know where
Grove?"
the Grove is. I'm
The-
gonna
We just
know
made that up. by
The
way.
feedback that we
That's
got.
really called the Grove.
Now it's
Is it?
Yeah, yeah,
Oh, we made that up.
I thought so the first time too, you were not
How about
alone.
the alcove? Is that
The
something?
No, that we made up.
Okay.
Last year, the feedback
So
that
hard
we
to
got
like
from
I say.
people
Yeah.
The lower,
who said, you know, I don't know where anything is.
Right.
You know,
That's
is
the
there
feedback I
any
got.
chance
Or the
of,
flags.
like the
Well,
Grove,
they
or just
the flags are the original.
putting in print the actual name of the location so they could relate?
Yes,
Yeah,
that's
that-
what we're saying, like,
With
that's what I'm
arrows or something to that effect?
yeah, so
Is that
that's an
possible?
idea
I don't
too.
intend to do
You know,
that.
making those like
So,
city signs, you know, like
yeah,
let's
so
go that way.
if this is called the Grove,
Yeah,
and
everybody's
we're
always
calling this the alcove, and this is called the green, and that is called,
A lot of history with that.
whatever we call that, the old green, I don't really care what we call it.
Right. Something, come up with a name, something,
Yeah.
come up with a name.
Then that is always called
That's the
that.
church green.
Right.
I was gonna
And
say
then
church.
in your maps at the welcome station, this kind of like when you're at the mall, you know, you're looking for, oh, that's in the
T1,
Grove.
you're not looking for the
Right, you're
GI
looking for the
table, yeah.
Grove, not T.
This is where you
Yeah.
are.
And the Grove is that section.
Yeah.
And then you
And
have
then
a
we
sign
don't-
over
we
here
don't
that
have
says,
to be totally certain that we're not moving things, yeah.
right, and then the things can change each year.
Yep.
But it's always the Grove, it's
Okay, so then what
gonna
are the
always
things?
be the alcove now.
So we're gonna, yeah, the Grove,
The church green.
the alcove, the green, the church green.
Yeah, maybe.
I know, it needs to not sound too
Is
similar.
the church green up there?
Yeah, the semicircle.
Ugh.
Do we wanna call that something else?
I was thinking
Yeah.
church, just cause,
Everyone, it's a landmark.
yeah,
Everyone
it's
knows
a
where it
landmark.
is.
I knew exactly which church, you know, which church you're talking about.
Okay.
I like the church, the word.
Alright, well
church
that
in
one's, everybody think about that. The other ones are good to go. Parking, I'm hoping we get the digital sign. If not, do we have just get a big sign, you know, pay for a banner that says parking?
Can Free Cycle get a sign? Because
Yeah, we should
last
have
year
one.
people were always asking, so where's the Free Cycle? Where's the Free
Yeah.
Cycle? And then we kept telling
We
them.
have it all the time, I mean.
We only have those cardboard signs, which I don't even know if you have anymore.
Well, who cares, they're just signs.
No, but like,
I mean, they were nice, but
Well,
they're.
do we want
I
it to
think
say
it's a-
free cycle or is it the gym?
I would rather say Free Cycle.
No, I think free cycle, because
There's only one place to go when you get in there, besides
Yeah.
the bathroom.
Do we need
No,
a
I know
sign
that,
from
but-
Amity to tell people what I mean, some people might not know.
well, that's the parking sign that would be that.
So,
Do we
okay.
need Earth Day signs
Me?
for all of the people coming from out of town?
What do you mean?
Like Earth Day, arrow, drive that
Yeah, like
direction.
down by,
Oh.
you know, like the big intersections.
Yeah.
Like when you get to the airport and they say like Lot C, kind of thing.
But we-
Everyone
getting a
does
lot
have
of-
GPS.
We're gonna be
That's
really
a good
cool.
point. People have GPS.
I don't know,
they're
we
not,
have
like-
a couple of people from Westville.
Do we have, is the address,
Baseball team has
Is
kids
the-
from Westville, and I was like,
Yes,
oh,
the address
okay.
is
And
11
they're like,
Meeting
that
House
sounds
Lane,
really cool.
It's
I just
on-
wanna come, and I was like, I'm
like the
down.
website?
Yep.
So,
Would they
okay.
know where the
Then they're
Woodbridge
good.
Green is, or do you think they're?
Oh gosh, I describe this to people that like work in Woodbridge,
Right?
and they're
Say
clueless.
the Woodbridge
I'm like-
library is like
Hold
the
on,
Like,
best.
Yeah.
Woodbridge is the
What
size
was
of a
the name? Oh, parking
postage
sign.
stamp.
Right.
Like, there's 4 buildings,
Just
you know,
Google it. It's got
you know
speed
the
right
one
to the
Yeah,
center.
there's like center school.
you know the one place where there's lots of buildings that aren't houses? That's the place.
Alright, hold on, does anybody
No,
wanna
I don't
volunteer
think they know
to
that.
design
No, they
these
don't, that's what I'm
signs?
saying, they don't know.
Design.
You want-
And I'm like,
Okay.
Like,
I will
they
send
won't
you the
go
list
to
of
the
what the signs
library
are.
you know, the
And then we
library,
gotta
I
talk
get into the
to-
library, I'm like,
We need to
so
design
when
them,
you
and then we
park
need
in
to
that parking
call
lot,
Joyce Printers or,
look across, that's,
and find out, you know, what size signs do they,
Yeah.
I'm presuming these are gonna be like
yeah,
banners.
that building, it's
And do
big,
they have
goes
like
all the way to the
vertical
street,
banners
right?
or
Yeah.
horizontal banners, like the
When you
banner
look
that we
across
got
the
from
bridge,
That's
you
like,
see the church.
I think so, let's go for it,
Yeah.
cause they're not that
People
expensive,
don't know
really.
this.
Oh,
We don't have to
So do you want me to
That was,
collect
like,
the bags?
amazing, so it's
We
like-
didn't really land on that, I don't wanna
I
make
don't
you have to
know,
collect
make
more
them, so
stuff.
it's something that we can like fold up.
Well, it's fine
Cause I think
for
like
them to go
the H signs, they're so low on the ground, you don't see them,
there, but I just want it
so,
center, I don't want to lug from beach or to.
yes. So-
Okay, so we'll just do
I
bag
think
section,
that's-
binder only, in a box.
Okay, so that's that. Are there any other signs? This is my dad is requesting sign. Yeah, I've heard this already from my dad. He really wants signs next to each stage with like like the each band.
Oh, like
The,
the
the,
line
Yeah,
up.
which is
Yeah.
nice. Well, you know, we
That's not a bad
have, how
idea.
many of those,
yeah, I know. He's
how many
super
of those
musicy.
things did you get? 2?
Two.
Is he
Yeah.
performing?
It's gonna be really great with the placeholder.
Let's not go there. Okay, I'm a little worried he's gonna volunteer. Trying not to go.
So, those could go to the 2 little places.
Right, they could. They
And
could.
we can, just print it out and list them all on there, print
Yeah.
it on a poster.
Like he was like, what he wanted was
Folklore.
the name of the band, the time, and like the genre of music, so that all the people who deeply care, that you're not just
Yeah.
going to hear your kid in the chorus, that you're like, all right, I gotta plan my day around.
No, but that's
Which
what I
music I
keep
wanna
saying
hear,
is,
exactly.
Bluegrass.
and you need
Yeah.
to send them out so that people know, like,
Right.
and the bluegrass canceled. But like, that would have been
I
a
didn't
draw
know they
for
were
the
coming
blue,
in.
there was, and that would have been a draw for those people, and then the jazz is a draw for those people, and the punk rock is a draw for those people, and that's what you wanna see.
Right. So you can plan your time accordingly and make sure you are in the space that you want to be instead of feeling like you missed out, which
Yeah.
was everybody's feeling last year.
Just a completely different
Yeah.
question. Do we need another meeting before?
It's
Can
a
we
really
have
good
a
point.
special meeting? Before? I mean, cause it's not, I mean, we're gonna have one
This is
in
it before
April,
the,
but
this is April.
do we?
Yeah, like the week.
What am I saying?
We're
This
gonna
is
be,
it.
yeah,
we're gonna be
Yeah.
awesome.
I do think we can have an
Is it the
official special
16th? 'Cause
meeting.
Don't you think we should?
Everybody's gonna be gone.
That's a good point, yeah.
What?
I'll be
It's
here
spring break.
that Wednesday.
Right.
I'll be here.
I will.
Yeah, that, where you guys
I don't
going?
remember doctors.
Ooh.
That's when your schedules and everything.
Where are you going?
Well, the week of
St.
Earth Day,
Petersburg?
we'll be back at
Florida?
school.
Uh-huh.
Well, that's
Right, the
not-
week before we're back.
I've never been there. Boston's awesome.
I've never been.
Let me ask Allison about that process of how we do that.
We did that, I think, last year, didn't we?
I was gonna say. I was going to
Last
St.
year we
Petersburg.
actually just had meetings every 2 weeks and we
Yeah.
made that part of the regular system. This time we didn't do that because we've been having like
Was
some
I think
commitments.
Rainy Street.
Okay.
Rainy Street.
Okay.
It was the street that was dilapidated.
Alright, that is that. Do we care about signs for bathrooms or anything like that? Last year we made like our own H signs. That was horrible, by the way, making our own signs that morning. That took
Yeah.
way more time than we had and
We should do signs for
Well, they
bathrooms.
should be
so,
pre-made.
yeah. Okay, so we need
Fun food,
pre-made, those can be made signs though, yeah? Not paid for signs?
Rainy Street.
I mean, they could be
Yeah.
4 signs because we can reuse them every year.
You can buy them
We can
at,
put that on the big map.
you can buy them at anywhere, like they sell those pre-printed at like Home Depot.
Are the bathrooms the center, the town center?
The center
library?
building,
Yeah.
the library,
Possibly the church.
only if you really gotta go. Yeah.
Will the church be open?
Yeah, well, that's maybe.
What about in
So,
here?
Firehouse?
this probably will not be open. There's no reason to, and again, people have a real hard time crossing the road, as it turns out. We learned it's a very big deal to cross the road. So,
Don't do that.
yeah.
People aren't on the roads in
So,
this town.
so crossing the road to get into a building is too hard. So, and plus, honestly, like there's like one bathroom. It's not that great. You know, like it's the other bathrooms are more like for the
Okay.
public anyway. So that's that. Is there anything particularly like Leslie O'Toole? Is there anything that, or Diana, like since you haven't heard a lot of these things before, is there anything else that you're like, oh, what about? Are we? Because I feel like I'm so deep in it, I don't even know what's going on anymore.
Are
So.
we still able to give freebies out?
Yep,
That's all right,
whatever you want.
okay.
So again, you and Laura are in charge of that sustainability table. You just do whatever makes you happy there. Sustain. If you want to give out seeds, if you want to give out toilet tabs, if you want to give out bookmarks, you do it.
Yeah,
The
I'll,
seeds were good.
I trust you.
I'll get the seeds again.
They were, you did, they were wonderful.
Yeah.
Had them on my back porch.
Yeah, if we
Yeah,
need
they
money
actually
for
did-
stuff,
they're really
I
nice
think we'll
flowers.
have
They
some.
were
I don't know if
good.
anybody did them.
We just need time to order.
Is there any way we can keep track of how many people showed up and that kind of stuff?
The best way we're gonna have is the information table and the how many names we get for the raffle that's not a raffle. The other way we did last year is we asked the food trucks because they tally how much they sell, so we did it that way.
Oh yeah, are we allowed to put our names in?
Oh yes, let's vote on that.
Yeah,
Okay.
let's talk about that.
All right, official voting for the times that we never vote on anything. 2 parts. This is a 2-part question. Can families of sustainability committee members, even unofficial members, put their names in to win this raffle, not a raffle prize? So, all those in favor, yes? Raise your hand.
Family? I don't know.
I know.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I just feel like it's a bad luck.
Yeah, I do too.
It is a bad look, but
Staying down.
Did so much work.
exactly.
I
That's the other
know,
part of this
but-
too. Is like I also don't
I
think
know,
it's
but
fair
you
that
don't
like
do the work to get
To get the prize.
To get the prize.
I think for
You're
me,
doing
the
the
reason
work
why
anyway.
I would vote is just optics sometimes.
Yes.
There's always going to be someone who would make a stink out of
Yeah.
it if they do.
I think
or
They'll say
if
you
they-
rigged it.
So
Yeah, it could
that's-
just give us such a
and-
bad connotation. Like, I don't know.
okay. Well, hold on. So how many yeses are there?
That's okay.
He doesn't count.
Yeah.
Okay, 1.
4.
Only 4. How many no's?
Wow, this is great, guys.
I know.
I don't really care. I'm probably not putting our name.
All right. Well, so
I'm not gonna
the
be,
second
like,
part of the
like,
question
totally
is
against
okay.
it.
I guess I should have done it this way too. How many? So that can members put their name in?
No.
No.
So that's a no. So then now can the families put the name in?
I still say no.
I still say no.
Hold on, can we, sorry.
And define what
Excuse me,
family
can we
is.
define what family
Right.
is? Are we talking immediate family? Are we talking like any blood or marriage relative? Like,
Immediate family.
Immediate
Like,
family, like they live
because-
in your house, they would directly benefit.
Yeah.
Like your parents live
If
here.
they live in your house.
there you go, the same house. Okay.
If they live in your house.
Yeah, don't your parents still live here?
No, my father's here in spirit.
Oh, sorry.
But he can
And
win.
you grew up.
Yeah, if he wins, we've got a bigger problem going on.
Well, I mean, you can put his name in it.
Yeah, right. No, but
Well, I was not even gonna collect the farm.
Go ahead. I know. Also, we gotta skedaddle. There's like half an hour left on this other thing. Go.
oh yeah, do we have to go vote?
Put your
It's like
stickers.
stickers.
Put your sticker on something. It's not a real vote.
Yeah, this
Just
is
a
more
quick
wants to do that.
question
Yeah.
or suggestion. So
I love
for the
your social
giveaway,
advocacy.
they will write their name
Good
and put
example
it
for others.
in
Right.
something. So can we
gotta get the other
request
kids in on
them
this,
also to
actually.
put their
No,
email and would you like?
No, it's gonna be phone number. Email is not
Oh,
enough.
I
It's
know.
phone number
I
because
know.
you have to be there then.
So
We're
why
not.
phone
I'm
number?
saying,
I kinda didn't
in
even
Oh.
the interest of we
No, I don't want to collect.
But they should
I'm not
have
collecting.
then reach
No, my
out to
husband
them for
texted
the
me,
next.
he was like,
right
oh, on my way
Yes.
home, how's he doing? And I was like,
No,
he
but there
wants
can
the
be a
stickers,
sign up
so-
thing.
Yep, they can have a sign up,
If
but
you
not
want to
for
be
that.
on, to know, be on the list.
Our regular newsletter list and
Yeah,
Yeah.
so the chair things, just like.
Yeah, cause I wouldn't fill one out. I mean, I can't anyway, but I wouldn't. I don't want anybody,
It
I
also
already
says
have too
it's
many
supposed
people
to snow.
contacting me, I know how to Google. I will
Yeah.
find
Supposed to
you.
snow?
Like I said, I already found
What?
Cheryl.
What?
Today?
Tonight?
Yeah.
15 minutes.
Snow.
I think I wrote my
Okay, so
Flurries.
are we a no and a
Some
no, or did that change anybody's no to a yes for the families? I appreciate you.
I'm a maybe for the families, you can count it as a yes.
Families,
Outside of the household.
Outside the household. If you live in the
Outside.
household, that's your family.
Like, can
You're
your
gonna
kid
say
win?
your kids cannot put their names in.
Yeah.
But here's the thing too, I mean, you win, you can give up the prize too. That goes with anybody, like,
That
you
goes
don't
with
want
anything,
it.
but that has
Like-
nothing to do with looking
Sorry,
at it.
I say no to kids all day, it's very.
Yeah, I was
That's
gonna
right,
say.
you're asking a teacher.
Yeah.
Wrong.
I love saying no.
Hole in the
I
wrong
go, that's-
audience
no.
here.
I'm okay.
No sympathy.
I'm okay for
Sally is
for
that's my
family
favorite,
members
the-
that live under
the
the
other-
roof.
Yeah, I
I
think
vote
if
yes.
they live under the
Even
roof,
like-
Maybe.
no, it's the
Yeah,
same
I
look.
just think it's just the optics of it.
Yeah, I agree.
More than
I wasn't really
anything.
listening the first time, I'm glad she went.
No. Sometimes.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest,
trying to
just a
find
gift
something.
basket with like 3 gift cards in there, I don't think we need to worry about the optics of it, quite
know.
honestly.
'Cause
And the
here's the other
chances
thing,
are
too, is,
so
like,
like, if we were giving away a car, an
Yeah.
EV,
Oh,
like
yeah.
those optics would be okay,
Right.
that's a little, it's a Starbucks gift card.
Okay.
And
fair.
microcreamery.
And also the other part about this
That's
is
right,
kids did
and
win,
it's
like Eli won
microcream.
that thing, my kids won.
This one
And
says-
It's not like a
my
microcreamery thing,
family
and no one cared.
sacrifices every year for this.
Exactly.
That's true.
They
That's
do,
the other
and they
thing.
get other
Um,
perks too.
If
They
they
got
feel
tons
so
of
excited
ice
about
cream
putting their
last
name in
year.
there, have at it.
I don't want to say no to Eli.
Right.
Because he wanted to be a sponsor, you guys.
I know.
Aw,
He read the
that's so
letter in the
cute.
back of my car and he was like,
Right.
can I sponsor one?
I know,
Okay,
and it's
all
also
right,
like
you
it's
changed my
all
heart.
helping out at the
Change
event.
my
How about this, members are no.
Yeah, members
Right,
are fine.
there's,
Family,
yeah, like, yeah,
okay.
we can't win, but
I
the
hate
family,
saying
again,
no.
like,
If for some reason we get a car, we'll just have it as a separate raffle prize.
like it fine.
That's
Then
fine,
my kids
that'll
will
be
move
a
out so that they
separate
can-
raffle.
Right? If the
Agreed.
value of the basket is like $15,000
Which we
or
do
more.
need to get a value on the baskets.
Yes, yeah, we need a value on all baskets so that we can, just so that we can list them as
All right,
high
you have presented enough evidence.
I'm just saying.
Cold heart.
You would
I'm
know
saying.
Ethan.
I know. As soon as you said Eli, I was like,
I'm
oh, Ethan
okay
would be
to
like
say no to
crying.
Yes. You would know. Did you put your
No, again,
I mean, what are the chances that they get it, right?
Actually, last year, a lot of the members
Yeah.
got it, yeah.
They
They're
did,
the only
because
ones that
they're
knew about
the
the
ones that
raffle.
like told us to enter it.
There wasn't a lot of entries to begin
Yeah,
with, so the
gotcha,
chances
gotcha.
were higher.
Yeah, we gotta put our name. Well,
You
not
guys are
we, but
asking
our
the-
family
acting like
have
it was
to,
a
because
raffle.
otherwise-
They are
Yeah,
sacrificing.
yeah.
I
that's
literally
true.
was
All right,
asking
Vincent,
people
it's
to
a
answer a
yes.
question, and if they answered a question, I gave them a prize.
Right.
That's
I
the
didn't
only
do
one-
it.
That's what I'm
That was it.
thinking
Yeah,
about the whole
yeah, I
time.
saw you at the end doing it.
Yeah, it wasn't a raffle, it was simply
That's cool.
answer a question, I give you a
Right,
prize.
this one will be better organized, and honestly, hopefully, we get a lot more names because, so it won't be picking from whatever, I don't know, we probably have 30 people or something on the other list.
from names last
No, we did at the afterwards. That was the one that you did like at the time. We had afterwards that we had
Have
like
we
all the stuff
re-voting
left
or
over.
have we decided on that?
Okay, re-voting. Yes for families.
All those in favor?
There we
of- Yeah, there we go.
We're official. Families can do it. Okay. So that is that. And anything else? Anything anyone's confused about?
Oh, so many things.
Yeah, I can't solve
That's
everything
okay.
in life.
We're gonna, it's gonna
I don't even know what I'm
Overwhelmed
missing
is
at this
not
point. That's okay.
confused.
Well, you have to.
You've been very patient. I appreciate
You've
you.
been wonderful.
He wants to put stickers
We do
on
have
him.
to
I'm with you,
officially,
do.
Hillary, if we're gonna
Are
have
you
a
going
special
to
meeting,
this?
we
Oh,
have
yeah.
to talk
Decide.
about it.
I didn't get to go
Decide it
last
here.
time because I was.
Oh, that's how that works.
I went with
Thank you for
Mom.
someone who actually knows.
Oh.
Okay,
I
so
didn't
yes,
know
we want. Do we have to vote on it?
Yes.
Okay.
to
Would
talk
we
about
like
it.
to have a special meeting between? Do we have to vote on the specific date or just say a special meeting?
We do have to. We have to present a specific date.
to the town.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but so then we have to vote on
Alright,
it.
and then not
I
write
don't know
it
if you
down.
need a vote on
Okay,
I don't think we need to vote
I don't
on
think you
the
need
date,
a
but
vote
we
on
have to
having a
decide.
special meeting,
but
you just have to pick.
Yeah, we have
Just
to
say
pick
this
date.
is when we're having it, so it's official and known.
But it has to be posted.
oh
at a
yeah,
certain
that part
time.
has to be posted, but it's posted like the day before, so like that doesn't matter. But when is a time that everyone's available? I guess. So we already have our Monday meetings anyway. So,
And that week before, we're gonna be like sorting clothes all night.
right.
Yeah, are you gonna do,
Not all night, but you
So I
know,
know,
we're
like,
already
the week
gonna
of
be
the
busy.
Let's talk about that
14th,
too.
I'm
Like the
out, the week of the 14th.
Yeah, spring break,
I'm out.
everybody's.
Right. Everybody's gonna be coming and going or
So
whatever.
the following,
Wednesday.
instead of the 16th, how about the 23rd?
Are you looking at April?
Yeah,
I
that's when
know.
we're gonna be sorting.
Yeah, we're gonna be busy.
Yeah,
that
we're
week.
all
Wait a
like that's
second.
we're free cycling is the
Wait a
trouble.
second.
We
Well,
can
so
have it
do
in
we
the
wanna
gym as
do it
we-
on the 21st, on the Monday? Cause
The
you know it
21st.
gets worse as the week goes on.
Yeah. We
So
can
why
do it
don't
on
we
Monday.
have the
Why don't we
official
just
meeting?
do it in the gym as we sort? Can we do that? Can we make that the location?
Well, Monday's our Earth Day subcommittee anyway, but we could do it in person instead.
Yeah, but like as we're sorting.
Are we gonna be efficient that way?
I
That's
think
what we
I
have to
have a conflict with another meeting,
That's okay.
third Monday of every month.
Or maybe we just have
Unofficial meetings.
So then
I have
Steph,
another
right.
meeting.
as needed.
No. Well, why don't we make
Committee.
we'll make the
Gatherings.
official? Okay, we're voting for the special meeting on the 21st. Yes.
Well, wait,
Second the
can
motion.
we do it there? Does it have to be filmed and?
There are different rules for the special meeting. I'll ask Allison about that. And if we can't, then we take a break and.
Okay.
have it.
Just
You
check.
just- the only thing about a special meeting is that you cannot stray from the agenda. So make your agenda flexible.
Yeah.
By design.
Yeah, Earth Day.
Birthday.
Earth Day and then
And, you
like
know.
other.
Yeah. Anything else?
Yeah, yes. Other.
There's no time for anything else other than Earth Day at that point.
Okay.
I'm just telling you.
So that's it. Stephanie, if you're not going to be at that one, and if we, I guess are we not having our usual Monday one, then on the 14th probably. We'll have this
I
next
have a
one.
friend visiting, but I could probably pop
We're
on
almost.
for a little
Oh,
bit.
but I do want to talk to you, Mark.
Is that it?
Yeah, I
Well,
could,
it's not
cause like the
completely
21st, I'm available from 6 to 6:30, but I have a 6:30 meeting
Okay.
I need to hop
Okay.
on, but if it's in person,
Well, that's okay. Maybe we can make it virtual anyways. You know, we'll
Okay.
figure something.
alright.
I am available on the 14th.
I am
That
probably not.
Monday?
I don't think I am.
Who is
Oh, that's-
available on the 14th?
I probably am.
Nah, I will not be.
I can't guarantee it.
I can do the Tuesday or the Wednesday, but you're gonna be away. What else?
We really got to get over there though, people.
Alright, let's do
Okay,
that.
here we get
It's
20 minutes.
7:39.
They're gonna kick us out.
Hillary, do you want?
Do you wanna send out an email?
Yeah.
Yes.
Is that not?
Throw it in the basket.
I had. the
Can
third-
you though? I wanted to. Can you follow up with the farms? Just send an email
Okay,
out to
so
them
do you
and
want me to
say.
include Andrea on it?
Let's not. Just do Christina and Robin like they have been
Okay.
to us.
And then ask, you know,
Sean
if
just
they,
needs to receive.
Yes, he already asked me that. Oh, okay. He just wants a confirmation that he's all set. Okay. Motion to.
One.
Oh,
Motion.
thank you.
motion to
Motion
adjourn?
to adjourn. Somebody said
First,
that.
second.
Motion. Okay. Good motion.